Hey, welcome back. Doing some more magic. This time we got something a little different for you.
Yeah, it's tiny leaders.
It's tiny. I prefer calling it little leaders, which I've been
leaders?
screwing it up a whole bunch by calling it little leaders. But I'm
Little
a fan
leaders
of.
is
I'm a fan
kind
of.
of,
Yeah,
alliteration.
yeah. I'm a fan of the alliteration. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. I'm playing a Sygg deck, which is
playing Varolz.
Merfolk, and Varolz is just kind of like a combo deck, which is interesting.
It is basically a combo deck.
Yeah. So anyway, to decide who goes first, we're going to go ahead and roll this dice because so many people are just wondering why we don't just roll dice. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'll go ahead.
It's a sphere. And it's a dice.
Yeah, it is. So I'll go ahead and start.
That's
and get a 1. And that's a
I
2.
get 2.
So you get to
It does
decide.
win.
It does. So we'll see you in game 1. All right, game 1 of our first tiny leaders, little leaders, whatever I want to call it. I'll show my hand to the camera.
Show my hand.
Yep. And I believe you were going first.
So, Bayou.
Yep.
Green Sun Zenith.
For 0. Wonder what you're going to fetch. I don't wonder. That's a Dryad Arbor.
Yeah, it's Dryad Arbor. I don't think there's another 0 mana
Green thing?
creature.
Hmm.
There it is.
Make sure you shuffle Green Sun Zenith back in.
You gotta shuffle, and then you gotta
Yes,
shuffle.
that
Green
is
Sun
the
Zenith.
wording. Which is stupid. I like how you
be
got an
fair-
actual forest.
To be fair, they.
I know, they look really similar.
I know. I put this art in because it matched Dryad Arbor, and I just saw. There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty close. They're both foily. They both have some autumn leafage, foliage, leafage, canopyage.
Now we've shuffled 3 times. I guess I had to
Leafery.
find the Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah,
You do have co-size Trickster in the decks.
I do.
For what it's worth.
I do. So there's 2 counters right there.
And it's your go.
All right.
Summoning Sickness.
Yeah. So we're gonna lead with a polluted delta, foil polluted delta, which of course can fetch either gold or white mana.
Yeah.
This is a stupid thing. Okay, best turn.
Doesn't even find anything immediately.
Nope. No, it does not.
So, I think we're gonna play Tainted Wood.
Mm-hmm. 3 mana.
Liliana of the Veil.
That is a quick lily. All right.
Go up, each discard a card.
Okay. I think mine's going to have to be Disson.
Stinkweed Imp.
That's a good one. You got a Merfolk Sovereign on my side.
And your go.
And I'm going to crack Delta in the turn, going to 24. Worth noting, you start with 25 life in this game variant.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fast lily. That is going to cause some trouble.
Just a bit.
Okay. Draw for turn. Well, not the worst. I'm playing Island and a Lightning Greaves. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Treetop Village.
Mm-hmm.
And Commune with the Gods.
Sure.
Grizzly Salvage, Pernicious Deed, Forest, Vampire Nighthawk, and Smother.
Well, you got a target, I believe.
I got 2 targets. Pernicious Deed or Vampire.
Commune can get enchantments.
Creature enchantment.
Ah.
So which one do I want more? I think the Nighthawk.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
Not using Liliana. You must really like your cards. Play an untapped Hallowed Fountain, going to 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go for a Detention Sphere, targeting Liliana.
I guess I'm going to say face.
Yeah, I don't know why I put it face down. Pass turn.
Draw.
Yeah, Liliana can be trouble, especially when I don't have many creatures out.
Two mana for Lotleth Troll.
Yep.
Overgrown tapped.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. Play a Flooded Strand. And I'll go for Lord of Atlantis.
Yeah.
And I'll equip Greaves to Lord of Atlantis. And there's no point attacking into that, so I'll pass turn. Fortunately, you do not have any islands.
I'll replace draw with dredge.
Sure.
Dredge 5. Una's Prowler. Force of Savagery. Birds. Mile and Lightning Greaves. And Verdant Catacombs.
That's fine. You got a force of savagery. Not of will, which is not legal in this format. I guess we never really explained what this format is.
I guess we probably should have. So Tiny Leaders is a commander-like variant in which you only have 50 cards in your deck, including your commander.
Yeah.
And all cards have to be converted mana cost 3 or less.
So X spells are really good.
Yeah, like you have Sphinx's Revelation, and I have Gaze of Granite.
Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, Green
Which you
Sun
cast.
Zenith.
Yeah. Pretty cool format.
So cards
having
like
some fun with
Smother
it.
and Abrupt Decay are
Or just
insane.
Yeah.
There is nothing they can't hit.
Well, lands.
I guess that's true.
Luckily, in your color scheme, you get to play both of them.
Mm-hmm. I think we will cast Varolz.
Sure.
And the moment I can't scavenge that, and scavenging birds is not very useful.
You could scavenge a Prowler.
I could. It's 3 counters. That's pretty decent. But I don't have to really worry about the regeneration. So yeah, scavenge Prowler onto Lotleth Troll.
I'm going to not crack my Hallowed Fountain. Crack my Flooded Strand. Go to 21. Get a Plains. So now I'll get a Tundra. Because I forgot that was in here.
Yeah. It's basically Legacy. The ban list, it's supposed to be Vintage plus a lot of banned, but they ban most of the cards you'd want. Cyclonic Rift.
This is in response to that.
Yeah. I'm going to discard Stinkweed Imp in response.
Sure.
And return it to my hand. And yeah.
Not going to send in the Varolz.
I'll just cast them, Summoning Sickness.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You did so many things this turn with your lots of mana. I think that I am going to play a Mirror.
Yeah.
And I will move over the Greaves.
You're removing the creature.
I'm doing this really weird. Yeah. that's not the most efficient way to
just equip Lord Atlantis to Mirror.
Yeah. And now that they're both 3/3s, and that you need to sacrifice a creature to regenerate it.
Yeah.
I will attack you for 6.
That puts me to 19.
And I'll play a Celestial Colonnade tapped and pass the turn.
So, untap. I think we're going to dredge again.
Sure.
Golgari Charm. Phyrexian Dreadnought. Inkmoth Nexus. Elves of Deep Shadow. And Dark Confidant.
All right. You got a Dreadnought. It's pretty big. Pretty big boy.
So, you do have a white and 1 card in hand.
That I do.
Let's see. 3 mana.
Sure.
Maelstrom Pulse. Detention Sphere.
Detention Sphere pulsed.
Liliana comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And... How afraid am I of that card? I'm going to make you sacrifice a creature.
Lord of Atlantis. Least value in this stage.
We're going to scavenge Phyrexian Dreadnought onto Varolz.
Sure.
So,
13 counters. Or 12 counters.
12
sorry.
counters.
I'm thinking of Death Shadow, which is the other.
yeah, which is the
Prime
other 1
target.
mana. Attack you for 14.
I will go to... Was I at 20 or 21? Was it 21, right?
21.
Because you haven't attacked me? Yeah. All right. So... How much did you say? 14?
Yeah, 14.
7.
And it is your go.
Okay. Play a Master. Regery will untap Hallowed Fountain.
Yeah.
Going to move the Greaves. And you're at 19?
Yes.
Attack Liliana for 3. And you for 3.
I'll take the 3. Go to 16. Lily dies.
Pass the turn.
We will untap. Draw. What do we got lying around? Force of Savagery. And Bob and Elves of Deep Shadow.
So really like one decent thing. And some giant growths. Some worse giant growths.
I think we're going to cast Vampire Nighthawk.
Sure.
Scavenge Dark Confidant onto Vampire.
Yep.
He gets 2 counters. Swing at you.
Repeal the Varolz.
To my hand.
Draw a card. Are you choosing to put it in your hand or back in the command zone?
In the hand.
Okay.
Because command zone, it would cost 2 colors
Sure.
more to cast. And it's your go.
Worth noting that you do get a choice, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, when it goes to exile, the graveyard. Is it your hand? I don't actually remember. I know the library is no. So maybe the hand you don't. I'm not too sure on the commander rules.
Play an island. What is the move here? Also have a village, which is worth noting.
That I do.
This is really tough. Because I can't really play the Sygg. Because I need Colonnade mana. I think I'm just going to have to pass the turn. Sad as that is.
So, untap, draw.
Nighthawk was a good one.
Play and crack Bloodstained Mire.
Yep.
Going 15. Find a basic swamp. Cast Varolz.
I'm going to activate Colonnade, and then I'll make you pay 1 more by returning an island in my hand.
Is that the right play? Yeah.
Okay.
Play a lot left troll.
Sure.
And attack for 4 in the air.
Attack for 4. Well, it isn't lethal. So there's that.
It is a 4/5 with lifelink.
It is a 4/5. I mean, the lifelink's gonna happen regardless.
But you're not trading.
Yes. But I really don't like going down to 3. You were at 15?
Yeah.
I'm gonna block.
Okay. I go up to 19.
Yep.
And is your go.
Not entirely sure if that was right or not. Cast Sygg.
Yeah.
Maraudgery trigger. Just deciding what to do with it. I'm going to tap the troll.
Which troll?
Oh, I guess they're both trolls, aren't they?
One has troll in the name, so I assume this is the one.
Yes. He's a troll warrior, and he's a zombie troll. For whatever that's worth. Move Lightning Greaves. And I will attack you for 10.
So 3, 3, 4, right?
Yep.
Block. Sacrificing Dryad Armor to regenerate him.
That is fine. So 6 gets through.
6, yeah. Go to 13.
Okay.
He's tapped now. He's all tired out.
And play an island. Pass the turn.
Discards.
Sure.
Stinkweed Imp. Untap. Draw, replace with Stinkweed Imp.
Mm-hmm.
Dredge 5. Abrupt Decay. Death Shadow. Command Tower. Elvish Mystic. And Blight Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
And activate Treetop Village.
Sure.
Scavenge Death Shadow onto Treetop Village.
Mm-hmm.
13 counters. Move him off. And go to combat.
Yep.
Swing all in.
I got an island. All right, you got me. With a lot of counters.
So, that's game 1.
Yep. And we'll see you in game 2. All right, game 2. Show my hand.
Show my hand.
And I'm on the play. I will lead with a Flooded Strand and pass the turn.
I shall lead with a Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Death Shadow.
Sure. Which promptly dies.
Yeah, probably dies.
I'm going to crack this now, just save time.
And then, yeah, it's your go.
24.
Had to reset my life total from last game.
Mm-hmm. Where are you? Of course, right on the top. Last card I find.
Generally how it works.
Okay. Draw for turn. That's interesting. I'm going to play a Tundra and a Sygg. And I'll pass the turn.
It's got to get the commander out early.
And it's a 2-drop. 2-drops are always okay.
I think I'll have to play a 2-drop of my own. Bye-bye.
That one's a little better.
And your go.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good in a format that the highest converted mana cost is 3.
Yeah.
And you even have extra life.
Yeah, definitely. I will get in for 2.
No blocks.
Just 2. Not going to do anything else.
I don't think there's any Merfolk Lords with Flash.
No. Play a Mutavault. Cast a Chasm Skulker.
That can get out of hand.
And I will probe you for 2 life. Going to 22.
That's what you see with a probe. Plague Stinger, Buried Alive, Black Sun Zenith, Hunted Horror, and Dryad Arbor.
Not bad.
How big is that? It's 1/1.
So, counter off the card draw, which I have not done yet. Pass the turn.
So, Feel Off Bob, Bird
There's a birdie.
Paradise. 22. And draw a card for turn. Dryad Arbor.
Not the ideal land drop.
No. I think swing in for 2.
Swing in for 2. I could block this and get a squid, potentially. But I actually think I'll just take 2 and go to 20.
Then 2 mana for Blight Mamba.
Blight Mamba.
And your go.
Draw for turn. Get a counter. Play a Polluted Delta. Crack it. Go to 19.
You're getting down there.
I am getting down there.
Not really, but it's almost like you're just playing regular, like first turn.
Mhm.
Crack fetch land.
Almost.
Except you've already had 5 life worth of
Yes.
mostly your own damage.
I mean, Bob got in there for 2. That's
Yeah.
something.
Same amount as Gataxian Probe did.
Mm-hmm. And I'll play a Merfolk Sovereign.
That's not the Merfolk Lord I like to see. At least you can't give the squid unblockable.
That's
when it
true,
gets big.
because it's a squid.
It's a squid horror.
It is, yes. And the squid that it makes is a squid.
Yes.
It's just a regular squid.
But it is Island Walk.
Yeah.
I don't even think that one doesn't even have Island Walk, does it?
Which?
No. Him naturally doesn't
No,
have Island
just
Walk,
the squid
but
does.
the squids do.
Yeah, just the squids.
This is a little weird.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I'll get in with both of these.
I will take it.
So 6.
Puts me to 16.
And I'll pass turn.
Untap. Bob Trigger. Una's Prowler. Puts me to 14.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. I mean, that's not really what I wanted to see either. Play a Birds.
You got it.
Cast Deathrite Shaman.
You got it.
And I think I shall pass the turn.
Okay. Draw a card. Grow the Skulker.
At least he's just slowly growing at the moment.
It's true. He's not gigantic yet. Attack you for 7.
Attack me for 7. I will put Bob in front of the Skulker.
Okay.
Take 3. It's kind of at the point where he'll probably kill me if I keep him around any longer.
Yeah. Play a Command Tower. And if a Delkin Shackles and pass the turn. Now this does still tap for mana even though he's not in the command zone, yes.
Yeah, because it's your commander's color identity,
I figured.
which is determined at game start. So you currently have 3 islands. So
I
you
do.
get 3 power. And you have the mana to activate it.
Mm-hmm. Also worth noting, if you scavenge onto something, I can take it and still get the counters, because this doesn't check its power.
Mm-hmm.
It only checks when you activate it.
As much as this is going to hurt.
Do you have a land choice off Shaman? I'm assuming you're tapping Shaman for mana.
Oh, right. I can tap them for mana. Oh,
You can't.
Yeah.
I'm just. What
I'm
are you
going to take
taking?
the polluted delta because it's worth more money.
Okay.
So, Black Sun Zenith for 3.
Black Sun Zenith for 3. What's the converted mana cost of an X spell?
It's defined, so at the moment it's 5.
Okay. Black Sun Zenith for 3.
All it does is reset the Chasm Skulker, though.
It does.
It really sets me back.
And there's no way I can use Sygg to protect myself against this. I don't think.
No. 'Cause it's not targeting it.
Yeah. And counters aren't the same as damage. So
Nope.
protection won't prevent anything. Yeah.
So, I lose
Put Sygg back in the command zone.
a lot of things.
Chasm Skulker gets little again. It's almost
But
too bad he didn't die.
I know.
If he would have died, it might have got some squids. Actually, would I have? I don't think I would
No,
have.
because the
Yeah.
-1/-1 counters counter
Yeah.
with the +1/+1s.
It's true.
I do lose my Dryad Arbor, so that doesn't really put me in a good position.
No. Are you done after that?
Yeah. Got 2 tap lands.
Draw a card. Counter on the squib. Play Coral Helm Commander.
Yeah.
No, level him up 1 time.
So still just a 2/2.
Just a 2/2. And I'll attack you for 2.
Puts me to 9.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Well, I got a swamp.
Mm-hmm. Something.
Is something. And that Vidalcan Shackles kind of got me locked down.
Pretty good in this position.
Yeah. Guess I'll play an Una's Prowler.
I'm actually going to Spell Snare that.
Yeah.
Also very good in this format.
Yeah.
It's like 1/3 of the things. That's what I was asking about the converted mana cost in Zenith earlier.
Yeah, that's what I figured you had, and then I forgot that was the case, so
Yeah.
kind of walked right into that. So yeah, it's your go.
Draw a card. Counter on the Squidmeister. Play Glacial Fortress. Activate a Mutavault. I'll level him to 4. And I will attack you for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's game.
All right.
I got the Lightning Greaves just a bit too light.
A little bit, yeah.
The next draw after the deck and Shackles, I was like, well,
I still think it was probably right to Zenith there,
yeah,
just because, yeah, there's a lot of things.
it'd have been more nutty if you got any more merfolk.
All right, that was game 2, and we'll see you in game 3. Game 3. Show my hand. It's a sketchy one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm on the draw.
Fine.
So
I think I will go Bayou, Death Ray Shaman.
That's a good one.
And your go.
Play Command Tower. And I'll lay down a Curse Catcher. Pass the turn.
Instant or sorcery spells.
Yes.
Draw. Death Shadow.
Death Shadow.
Dying again. Which reminds me, once again, to reset life total. Because I'm apparently horrible at it this time.
If you didn't reset your life total, he would be alive right now.
Yeah?
And fairly big.
Polluted Delta.
Mm-hmm.
Crack. Got 24. I think so we'll just go to 22 right now. Find that overgrown tomb. Untapped.
All right. $22 life. What 2-drop do you have for me? I suppose you could just be using Shaman also.
And
Llanowar Elf.
Llanowar Elf.
Okay.
Elvish Mystic.
Sure. Make sure you exile your land.
Enter go.
Okay. Gonna play Hallowed Fountain untapped. I'm apparently also bad at that because I didn't reset my life total either. Going to 23.
Yeah.
And I will place a Master of the Pearl Trident. I don't know, this is Russian, so I'm just trying to remember what his name actually is.
Yeah,
but I'll put this guy into play.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Master of the Pearl Trident.
I was getting confused with Master of Waves because the art's kind of similar. They're both merfolk, but
yeah, one's
similar
mythic
names
though, and costs more.
well, yeah, I don't get the
know.
cards confused. I get the names confused. And I'll attack you for 2.
Puts me in 20.
Pass the turn.
Untap, draw. He's probably right.
Varolz.
Rolls. Scavenge Death Shadow onto Death Ray Shaman.
Yep.
He gets 13 counters. Tech you for 14.
I'm gonna block.
Yeah.
I don't really fancy taking 14.
Enter go.
Fortunately, I cannot counter a Scavenge with Curse Catcher. Draw a card. Well. Play Silver Adept, and
Yep.
I'll reveal a Coral Helm Commander.
Okay.
Draw a card. That was unfortunate. Pass the turn.
So, untap. Draw.
He's so big that
Yeah.
he he has trouble untapping himself because he's so robust. So Scavenged, is that like he just had like a really hefty like buffet kind of? Is that so? Death Ray Shaman's kind of a fatty right now. He's a big tubby chubby.
Yeah. Varolz basically looked Death Ray Shaman in the eye. He's like, you see that corpse? eat it.
The whole thing.
You're not allowed to get up until you're done.
But it's a shadow. It's not even a corpse. It's a light trick. There's the shadows in the name.
That's true.
It's Death's shadow.
And it is an avatar.
It's not death. It's his shadow.
You have to consume that spirit.
I don't know how he did that. Do you do like a bendy straw? Do you suck a spirit?
I think no. I think it's more right to 3 mana cast a Stinkweed Imp.
Sure. You've got a stinky.
And attack for 14.
Put Curse Catcher in front of it.
You're
running out of chump blockers. Draw a card. Okay. Go for a Stoneforge Mystic.
Yep.
And that'll fetch out a Lightning Greaves.
Oh, that's not bueno.
Unfortunately, I can't put Lightning Greaves on this because it doesn't have feet. It's got a fish instead of feet.
Well, how do you equip the Batter Skull? So I think I think he just wears it on its hands.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on its. I don't know. It just puts one on the tail. It just wears one of the greaves.
Maybe a single greave.
It's a grief.
And kids, this is why you don't keep sketchy hands without mana. Pass the turn.
I mean, you are just getting... Oh, end of your turn, sacrifice Stinkweed Imp. I guess does it to Varolz to regenerate him. Because it doesn't really matter if I do it.
No.
So, draw.
Yep.
Can draw him. Scavenge 5. Golgari Charm. Black Sun Zenith. Glistener Elf. Swamp. Una's Prowler.
Prowler's fine.
Yeah, Prowler's fine. It's a thing.
Yeah. 2 mana for 3 power.
So, scavenge Una's Prowler onto Varolz.
Can I discard a card to shrink it?
No, because it's not on the field.
I know. But I would like to, though.
Otherwise, I would too.
But that's something that I fancy doing.
And attack for 14 again. Actually, I guess I can attack with Varolz as well.
It's true. I think Stoneforge Mystic has less utility than Silver Gill Adept maybe will, so I'll throw Stoneforge Mystic in front of that, and I'll take 5. Going to 18.
And I shall cast everyone's favorite Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Who's got instant sorcery creature land on my side.
I just have creatures.
So, he's a 4/5.
That's a good counter. It's 2, because it's awesome.
And sure go.
Well, I mean, yeah. Island.
You finally got a land.
Did. Coral Helm Commander.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
So, untap. Draw.
Don't know if I'm getting out of this one.
I think.
A sticky situation.
There's a Phyrexian Dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing not to sacrifice anything. So
Okay.
it goes to the yard.
You could, though, for what that's worth.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice himself.
No, like, I mean, you could sacrifice your shaman and keep him alive.
Yeah, he's
It's a thing that exists.
that is true, but I think he's better if we just scavenge him onto Varolz.
Yeah, probably.
So Varolz gets 12 more counters.
That's probably the case.
Putting him up to 15.
Mm-hmm. You have artifact now too.
That I do.
For Tarmogoyf.
He's now 5/6. And I think we're going to abrupt Coral Helm Commander.
No. Pooh.
And swing all in.
So
we got a 14,
19,
15.
basically.
Yeah, I mean, you can block the 17 and take...
Still lethal.
19.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Not even gonna bother.
Very sad.
Ooh, this
very
smells,
sad.
Yeah.
Abrupt Decay cannot be countered. Well, that was a little bit of a disappointing end to this deck. Would have been nice to hit some of those land drops. But
I was really worried about the Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
And that could have been really loose if you had O-Ring or Detention Sphere.
I basically had a handful of lords and stuff, but nope, you just had too fast of a start. And I didn't draw any mana. So, but it happens, and that's a message to the kids at home. Don't keep a sketchy one-lander, even if it does look promising. Anyway, so that was our first foray into Tiny Leaders, and
it is quite a fun format.
It's a pretty fun format. We'll probably revisit this some more. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya.